For this next song, I have to go into a rather funny tuning. But this is a song about a daydreamer. And actually, while we're on the topic of Ferris wheels and merry-go-rounds and things like that, I should tell you that I was at an exhibition in Regina, Saskatchewan, and I was just wandering along the midway, and I happened to overhear a conversation between a young couple who were obviously on their first date. And it was probably the classic example of when not to be a daydreamer, because daydreaming can get you into a lot of difficulty sometimes. It's not used properly. The couple, like I say, were obviously on their first date, and the conversation was mostly hers, and it went something like this. Gee, I'm really glad that we got this chance to go out tonight to the fair and all. Fairs are so exciting. I really wanted to tell you for a long time that I think you're really neat. See, I have locker 365, and it's just a little ways down from yours. I think yours is 372 or something like that, roughly. And, well, see, my girlfriend, Judy, she's the one with the red hair who has the locker next to me. That's locker 366. You've probably seen her. Well, we always watch you when you walk down the halls at school, and we always say, wow, he's really neat, isn't he? And she always says, yeah, he's really neat. She's probably going to be really sore when I tell her when I get back to school that we went to the fair and all and had a beautiful time, even though it was Dutch treat. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I had a beautiful time, and I think you're really cool. Well, about that point, he looked up at her with a faraway, distant look in his eyes and said, very dramatically, huh? That's when not to be a daydreamer, so I decided to write a song for her, and I call it Song to a Daydreamer, or Blue on Blue. Blue on blue, skies in your eyes, staring away like I wasn't here. Where do you go when you fantasize that you wish I'd disappear? Leave the dreamer, leave you alone, lost in a world that's all your own. When I come to blue on blue, dreams like you are making now are very hard to share. All I ask is one small favor, dream a dream and wish me there. Gold on gold, sun in your hair, spinning the rainbow, weaving the wind, brewing the dye for the midnight air, counting the gold at the rainbow's end. Maybe a princess whispers your name out of the time before I came. I'll never know. Gold on gold, dreams like you are making now are very hard to share. All I ask is one small favor, dream a dream and wish me there. Blue on blue.
Joni Mitchell, a very young lady, Saskatchewan born. And if you've never heard of her before, if you've met her for the first time here, you know you're going to meet her again quite a bit during your lifetime. You're just starting out, sort of, aren't you?
Actually, I've been singing professionally now for 2 years. But I consider that I've only started within the last year, because I've only felt that I've begun to have my own way to go, my own songs and my own guitar style, and I'm starting to get my own vocal styling now.
How do you determine when you've sort of arrived and are what you want to be in this game, if you like?
Well, I think that you have to feel it inside, but you do need encouragement. And I've just been becoming more and more successful, and it's sort of a law of averages. It depends on you don't bomb anymore. That's what it is.
Did you ever bomb? I can't believe that.
Oh, I don't know. I think bombing is a thing that is felt in your head sometimes. I've done performances where I didn't particularly excite anyone. I think they said, well, that's nice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think that now sometimes that I can excite people.
Your songs have an interesting quality about them. They're very, for want of a better word, I think one just has to say poetic.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have a kind of eternity about them. They're not just about love and loss and the things that we normally associate with this kind of singing.
Well, I'm very Canadian. You know that I live in the States now. Did you
No.
know that?
You don't.
Well, I married an
No.
American, and I'm living
We
in
know
Detroit. And I find that I've become more Canadian since I've moved to the States. I think maybe you do that. And the songs that I've been writing within the last year have had more and more of a prairie flavor, if not throughout the song. At least I set the song in Canada. For instance, I've written a song about a carnival in Kenora and things like that, and I'm always looking for Canadian ideas, you know, Canadian places instead of carnival in Detroit, which sounds like a drag anyway. You see all these cars going around in circles or something.
Well, Joni, who are you singing all these songs to? The sort of coffee house group, do they already know the message, or is there a message that you're trying to give them, or anybody?
The general message of my songs, I guess, is just happiness. Most of them have happy endings, and I don't write protesty things. If they protest at all, it's very subtle, and they're sort of, the message comes out like, don't do this, or try not to be that way, but it's still through happiness, so that it doesn't stand up there and sort of preach at people.
What do you mean by happiness, Joni?
Well, as a matter of fact, while I was here, or while I was in Toronto the last time, I got a bad review, and what the review amounted to, I think, was that I was too happy, and he criticized it for lack of depth. It was sort of like everything was happy, you know. He said I wasn't saccharine, but I was a little hearts and flowery. That's what he said. Mind you, I should say now, too, that I had 2 excellent reviews, plus this one that wasn't so good. And so he criticized me for being happy, and that's what I think my songs are. I can't explain it any more than that. They're just, even the sad songs aren't depressing. They're just sort of wistful.
Have you always been happy?
I try to be. No, nobody's happy all the time.
Have you always wanted to be a happy singer and writer of songs?
Well, I started out in folk music, of course, doing traditional ballads, which were these long English things about Lady So-and-so whose husband killed her while her lover was standing at the foot of the bed and things, and House of the Rising Sun, about a girl who's been led astray. And I think maybe that's why my songs are all happy, because in the beginning they were all so dreary. They were beautiful, but they were, you know, they were just very miserable songs.
Is there a big future in happiness? You think this is...
Well, I don't know. I've been told by a couple of people I'm not what's currently happening, baby, but I think that they'll come around. I had a long talk with a fellow named Paul Allen, who is one of the people who did The Endless Summer.
Oh, yeah.
And they told him the same thing, that his movie wasn't currently what was happening, baby, because it was too happy and it didn't have any drama or anything, you know, or sex in it or plot and all these things.
It happens to be a perfectly beautiful
But
picture.
it was a lovely picture, so he convinced me that there was hope for happy things.
I have this kind of area, I think.
You've got a man's hat in there.
Yes, I thought that I would have a man's hat.
The hat is going to be made young.
A face under it is all I can
Right.
think.
Does this take the place of sort of being with your husband when the two of you have separate careers and he's in one place and you're in another, as the business
And
is
he's got a
like?
Van Dyke
Well,
heel.
I've lived in Toronto, so I have a lot of friends here, but in Philadelphia,
See, he's got a squishy hat.
What?
And he's got an
Oh, yeah.
earring. because he's a pirate.
Oh, great.
See, he has no eyes at the moment. There he has some eyes. Doesn't he look dashing? He's upside
Very.
down, of course.
How lucky for the art world that we've run out of time for this. And you'll never know what I was going to do. I like to
Aren't you
just
going to try
ask.
something?
Well, no, I may after the program, but I think it's more better that we hear you sing. Can you see what Miss Clarkson
It
has
would
done
be
here?
much more better to hear Joni sing.
I think so.